Students, whatever homework is given to you, you have to submit it on the very next day between 8 am to 1 pm to the given WhatsApp number, and it is compulsory to submit your homework as your attendance will be marked on the basis of your submission.
Good morning, children. Previous session we have learned about the probability, that is theoretical probability, and its formula. That means how can you find out the probability of any event. So you have learned that number of outcomes favorable to that particular event divided by total number of possible outcomes. And I have given some of the homeworks also. It was simple sums only. That was I have given the homeworks. And before that I explained some of the examples from the textbook also. Based on that examples, you might have done that exercise also. Maybe you might have completed. Now let us do some of the important questions of the same exercise. 3-4 questions I am going to solve it here. Maybe you may feel some doubts related to that sums. That's only. Exercise 15, question number 10. You just look. A piggy bank contains some coins. Which are the coins? 50 paisa coins, or 2 rupees coins, 1 rupee coins, and 5 rupees coins. And their number is given. 150 paisa coins, and 51 rupees coins, 22 rupees coins, or 10 5 rupees coins. The total number of coins in the piggy bank was 100 plus 50 plus 20 plus 10, that is equal to 180. Now probability was asked about probability that the coin will be a 50 paisa coin. So you already know that how many coins were there? 50 paisa, 100 coins were there. That means the outcomes favorable to this event, which is the event now, the coin will be a 50 paisa coin. That event related to which number now? 100. Therefore we can say that 100 divided by P of E, that means 100, that number of outcomes favorable to this event will be 100, divided by total number of outcomes, possible outcomes. How many it was there? 180. You will get that 100 by 180 is equal to 5 by 90. So you got that answer 5 upon 90. Next question was that the probability that the coin will not be a 5 rupee coin. So that means you know that probability that the coin will be a 5 rupee coin and it will not be a 5 rupee coin, both are complementary events. So if they both are complementary events, what you will do that? You will just subtract 1 from the probability that the coin will be a 5 rupee. So how many rupees are there for the coins? That means you have to say that how many 5 rupees coins are there in the piggy bank? 10 5 rupees coins were there. 10 5 rupees coins. But you have to find out the answer for the probability that it will not be a 5 rupees coin. That means you have to subtract 1 from the probability that it will be a 5 rupee coin. What is the probability that it will be a 5 rupee coin? That will be is equal to P of E bar. It will be is equal to how much it will be 5 rupee coin? It should be necessary. That means 10 by how much it will be? 180. That is probability of E naught. That means P of E naught is equal to 10 by 180. P of E naught is equal to 10 by 180. That means probability of the event that it will be a 5 rupee coin. But the question is that probability that the coin will not be a 5 rupee coin. Therefore what you will do that? You will just subtract 1 minus 10 upon 180. So you will get that 0 cancel, 1 minus 1 by 80. Taking the LCM, you are going to get the answer 17 upon 80. And the same sum you can do in another way also. How can you do? Because you know that probability that the coin will not be a 5 rupee coin. So which are the other coins now here? 100, 50, that means 100 rupee, 150 paisa coins, 50, 1 rupee coins, 20, 2 rupees coins are there. So this total you are do. That means this one you have to accept. This one you are accepting, and then other 3 you have to add it. That means 100 plus 50 plus 20. So this one was 5 rupees coin. So this all you have to plus it. So what you are going to get? 170. 170 upon 180. Then also you will get the answer 17 upon 80. That means both the ways you can do. probability that it will not be a 5 rupees coin, by using the complementary events also you can find out, and otherwise you just plus all the other number. That means 50 paisa and 20 rupees and the other remaining except this one. Which one? 5 rupees coins you have to accept. And other 3 you have to add it. So 170 upon 180. Then also you get the same answer. Whichever method you feel comfortable, that method you can answer the you can find out the answer for the probability. Clear for you children? Now, exercise 15 number, question number 14. I already yesterday explained to you about the card sums related to the cards, playing cards. So you are knowing the various cards. How many cards are there in a deck? Total number of cards is 52. Is it right? And how it is divided? That is also you have learned. Spade, hearts, diamonds, and club. And each, that means 52, 4 suits of 13 cards in each set. That means spade is also having 13, hearts also 13, diamond 13, club 13. And this 13 is divided into how king, queen, jack, ace and 10, 9 numbers 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 and 2. Yesterday I explained the same thing. Same way for hearts and same way for diamond and same way for club also. Now according to this data you have to find out some of the questions. There is a total number of cards were there. Well reshuffling. Well reshuffling for what purpose it was done, that you have to get equally likely outcomes. You are knowing that this probability we are discussing about the theoretical probability. That means we are only considering the case where equally likely outcomes are going to be coming. Now what was the question? That probability of getting a king of red color, and out of that you have learned that these two, that means heart and diamond are of red color. Is it right? And spade and club are other color. Now you look at that heart and diamond red color. Red color, question is that probability of getting a king of red color. So here heart also having one king, diamond is also having one king. That means total how many kings? 2 kings are there. So 2 upon total number of outcomes, how much it is there? 52. So you got that answer 2 by 52. Second one is that probability of getting a face card. Face card, it was not given that with suit. It can be of spade, it can be of heart, it can be of diamond, it can be of club. So how many suits are there? 4 suits. And each one is having 3 face cards. That means I already mentioned to you that king, queen and jack are non-master face cards. So here also 3, here also 3, here also 3, here also 3. So how many will be total? 12. That means number of outcomes favorable to this event. That means probability of getting face card is 12. 12 by 52. Next one is that probability of getting red face card. Red face card. You know that heart and diamond are only red in color. So here also 3 face cards will be there. Here also how many face cards? 3. So 3 plus 3, how much will be the outcomes favorable to this event? 6. For answer will be 6 upon 52. Getting clear children? So first you have to understand this part clearly and then after that you can do yourself. Now probability of getting jack of hearts. Jack of hearts. Heart, 13 cards are there. How many jack are there in that? Only 1. Therefore what will be the favorable outcome? That means it will be 1. So 1 upon 52. Next one is that probability of getting a spade. Spade means how many cards are there in spade? It will be 13. Which are there? King, queen, jack, ace and these numbers. So how many are there? Only spade is having 13 cards. Therefore we will write that 13 by 52. Now last question is that probability of getting the queen of diamond. Diamond having 13 cards and that 13 cards, inside that only how many queens are there? Only 1 queen. Therefore what will be the answer? 1 by 52. Have you got it children clearly? First of all you should understand about the card and what are the various categories, and according to that you have to finish this sum. Let us do another sum of exercise 15, that is question number 18. And what was the question? That a box contains 90 discs which are numbered from 1 to 90. That means all the discs, one number is written. From 1 up to 90. And one disc is drawn at random. So what is the possibility? That means what is the probability that it bears a 2-digit number? So you know that number from 1 to 90 it was marked on the disc. So question is that probability that it bears a 2-digit number. So which are the 2-digit numbers? It will be start from 10. Is it right? Up to 1 to 9, 1-digit number, single digit. So starting from 10 to how much? 90. How many numbers will be there? 81 numbers will be there. That means the probability will be bears a 2-digit number will be is equal to 81 upon total number of outcomes. How much? 90 digits were there. Therefore 81 upon 90. Clear for you children? Next one, probability that it is a perfect square. Which are the perfect squares between that means starting from 1 to 90. You know that which are the perfect squares? One is a perfect square 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, then 64, then 81. The next one will be 100. So how many are coming here? You have to get 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 perfect squares are there. So therefore the answer will be, it's a perfect square will be is equal to 9 by 90. Total number of outcomes are 90. Number of outcomes favorable to this event is 9. So answer will be 9 upon 90. Third question, that probability that is divisible by 15. Sorry, divisible by 5. 5 divisible. How many numbers are there? From 1 to 90 divisible by 5. Do you know that 5, 10, 15, 20, etc. up to 90. So how many numbers will be there? 18 numbers will be there. Is it right? 18 5s are 90. That means the total number of outcome is 90 and how many outcomes are favorable to this event? Is equal to 18. The answer will be what? 18 upon 90. Clear this question? It's also an important question. Next one, exercise 15, question number 20. The same type of question is there in your example also, that you just go through it. Here what is the question? That you drop a die at random on a rectangular region as shown in the figure. Here one rectangular region is given having length 3 and width 2 meter. And here what is the probability that the die will land inside the circle with the diameter 1 meter. That means here what is the possibility, what is the chance of to drop this die on this circle, inside the circle. So first of all, what you have to find out? You have to find out the total area of this rectangular region. What is the area of the rectangular region? It will be 3 into 2. That means you know that length into breadth. So you will got the answer as 6. That is the possible outcomes. Total possible outcomes. Now out of that, we have to find out the chance of landing the die on this inside this circle. So what is that favorable event? Outcomes favorable to this event? Area of the circle. You know the formula of area of the circle is equal to pi r square, where r is the radius. But here it is given diameter is equal to 1 meter. Therefore radius will be obviously how much it will be? Half meter. So pi into r square, that means half into half, it will become 1 by 4 pi. 1 by 4 pi means pi by 4. Is it right? Now probability that the disc will land inside, die will land inside the circle. Die will land inside the circle. That means P of E. That is equal to the number of outcomes favorable to this event is pi by 4 divided by total area. That means total outcomes. That is equal to 6. So pi by 4 upon 6. So 4 into 6 it will come pi by 24. This is the answer for this question. Now about this probability chapter, almost all the important sums I cleared in the class. And the remaining sums are so easy for you. You can calculate yourself and you can complete all the remaining sums which are in the exercise 15 that you have to do as a homework. Now we can see the next chapter. We can start with the next chapter in the next session. So till then, you take care. Bye bye.